Start to do some more recording, Abs.
Okay.
We've got a big week ahead of us.
Have we?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm starting a brand new season after not getting promoted last year.
Oh. That sucks.
It does suck. Do you know what else sucks?
What?
I think you're more popular on the channel than I am. Do you want to come make a guest appearance on camera so everyone can see you?
Not right now.
Why?
See you later.
She's a bit sweaty, viewers. She's been out and walked around the town. I'm a bit sweaty too, but as usual, I don't care what I look like on camera.
No standards.
I have no standards. Clearly.
Oh.
I probably will be dumped by the next time that the next episode comes out, viewers. But, yeah, there's the finger. It is the start of Season 2. It's been a very busy summer. I played a few fixtures. I'm still not really over last year, I'll be honest. But one thing I will say, viewers, that the bank balance is as healthy as ever because there's a lot of transfers I've made. You can tell I've got a budget of nearly £13 million. A lot of the big guns have gone. I've got money for January, but actually, I think we're still in the transfer. Are we still in the transfer? We are still in the transfer window. There may still be signings. Maybe. Probably not. I've already made loads. And we might as well start off with the transfer special because let's face it, that's what we all want to get into. So I don't like the way that FM have done this year, which is that you have to go back to the old season to show what's happened before the new sort of season in game started. But basically, we've sold Ethan Pinnock. Yeah, not brilliant, not particularly happy about it, but he wanted to go because he felt he could play at a better level. He's gone to Burnley for £7.5 million. It was a bit too much of a good deal to turn down. He's 28 years old. And I do feel that we've probably got a better replacement in there for him, but it's still a bit gutting because obviously he spent a fair amount of time at Brentford. By that I mean 2 years. Charlie Goods also moved to Colorado, but that was for $275k. He's obviously just having better holiday destinations, I'd hazard a guess. The outs continue. Oliver Keeman, who I brought in last year, he's gone. Made a profit on him, so don't panic. Turned out it wasn't good enough at this level. Who knew? We all knew. Victor Lacal went. That was a bit of a disappointing one, but 27 years old and with the midfielders I bought in, probably wasn't going to get a game. Again, made a profit, so... Christian Norgard went for £2 million. Obviously, just recently scored in Brentford's first game in the Premier League. It's been... The whole squad's changed so much. Joel Valencia came back and went. No need to worry about him. Same with Julien Jonvier. Again, 29 years old. Not really going to get in the squad. Not good enough. And this is where the big ones hit then. So Sergi Canos, who scored the first Premier League goal of the season in real life, he has gone to Mainz. Again, complaining about a lack of not even the lack of first team football, it's just the level that the players were coming in for. And Mainz came in, £2.8 million. He had to go. I feel like I've been mugged off a little bit. Sorensen's gone. Not too disappointed by him. As we all know, I wasn't a big fan. So he's gone to Werder Bremen. Again, same problem. But the big ones are the next two. David Raya has gone, and I've definitely been mugged off for it, but the board accepted it on my behalf of a bid of £3.6 million. Not brilliant, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit disappointed, although he did have a bit of a mare towards the back end of last year. It wasn't particularly that good, and I do think maybe he's a bit more Championship quality than Premier League quality, but obviously would have helped us get promoted, and just for that value, I feel like it's not a good deal. Ivan Toney's gone as well, and he's gone to West Brom, which is gutting because they're in the same division as us. But he complained, said that West Brom was a bigger team and wanted to go. He was a team leader, started causing a fuss. There was a lot of unrest, and I had to let him go. And I let him go for only £13.5 million. It's very gutting because now, I don't want to say it doesn't feel like a Brentford save, because obviously it is, and there are still players that have been here the whole time. But at the same time, without Ivan Toney, it's a bit... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll buy him when we get higher again if we can beat West Brom to the promotion this year. I don't know. A lot of you are probably thinking, how the hell is that possible, Mike? Who in the hell could you have brought in to replace all these brilliant players? I'll explain. Because I can't tell if it's a brilliant window or a terrible one. So let's start off with the basics. Curtis Jones, Japhet Tanganga have both come back. Add to that list of loans Tommy Doyle, who I've got on loan from Manchester City. Looks like he could be absolutely brilliant, can play in any role in that midfield section, possibly apart from as the number 10. But he's got determination at 16, work rate at 16, which always helps me here. Leadership of 14 at such a young age is very impressive. Thank you for the car going by. Physically pretty decent, only 5'10", could probably be a bit taller, but technically very solid. Good player for this level, very, very good. This is the boy I'm really excited about, but annoyingly, work permits are a bit of a problem so far, and he's currently away trying to gain one at Alaves, but remember the name, Sivert Mansverk. I bought him in on, what was it, for £2.5 million, I think it was. Yeah, £2.5 million. He's absolutely exceptional in all the areas you'd want him to be. He is so good. He's 19 years old, Norwegian superstar, better than Erling Haaland. This guy made a massive impression in the Premier League in real life, getting 2 assists for Brighton, I believe, on his debut, and it is Jakob Mulder. Now, obviously a Premier League quality player, probably not quite yet, but he definitely could be. What really excites me about him is that I got him for 240k. 240k. He's currently alone at Coruña though, but he will definitely get better and someone I can make a lot of money off of that, I am 100% sure. And goalkeeper wise, I think this is actually quite a subtle and quite clever signing, and that is that of Freddie Woodman, who's £2 million for a goalkeeper that's pretty decent at this level. Obviously he's not Raya level, but he's still pretty good. He has played at a higher level occasionally. I just think that there's something about Freddie Woodman. He's only 24 years old. He's younger than Raya. I think he will get better. He's obviously not going to be long-term keeper in the save, but I think he should be more than good enough to get us through this bit, although he's conceded 5 in 4 games. We ignore that. Now we get onto the signings I made at the start of the new season, and the first one up, and is obviously having a very good start to the season with 5 goals in 4 games, is Adam Eder, or Adam Eder, as I heard yesterday when Liverpool were playing Norwich. Very good footballer, very good at this level as well. As you can tell from his goal return already, he's pretty decent. He can definitely play a higher level. He's one that I will want to try and keep. He's only in on loan, but I'm definitely going to want to try and keep him. If Norwich go down and then we go up, I'm definitely going to try and buy him. Physically very good. Mentally could probably use a little bit of work, but his technicals are very good. 16 penalty taking, 14 finishing. He's pretty tall at 6'3". He's very quick for that height as well. We all know on FM he can become very good, and I'm very glad to have him in. He's made an absolutely scintillating start to his career as a Brentford footballer. Also wearing the number 9, I like it. And the last of the loan signings, as far as I'm aware, is that of Brandon Williams. This is probably the best signing of the window, arguably. He can play either flank, at fullback, brilliant physicals, absolutely exceptional mentals for a 20-year-old. Technically, not brilliant, okay, we know that, but he's good where he kind of like needs to be. He can play here, there, and absolutely everywhere. I'm delighted to have him in. I think he's going to be a really big asset to the team. Described as wonder kid, he certainly is that. I think we've got an absolute star on our hands here, 100%. Only on loan though, annoyingly. And then we get into the frees. Now this boy I am very excited to have, and that's Alan Campbell. A lot of people that watch obviously the Scottish League will know about him. He's coming from Motherwell. Very decent footballer. Physically, okay, he's not quite got the pace, but he's very combative in the midfield. His mentals where he excels. 18 work rate, 19 bravery, 16 aggression, 16 determination, 15 positioning, 14 teamwork, all very good. Technically as well, good where he needs to be as a ball-winning midfielder, marking 14, tackling 14. Someone that's really good to help come on and basically shut a game down. This is what I need. He's professional personality. He gets forward whenever possible. He's already hit one absolute belter in the Carabao Cup to score, and he's made a couple of substitute appearances. I think for a free, very good deal. You know I love a free signing, and the other one we got for free, and I'm very happy about this one, is that of Cameron Carter Vickers. Well known kind of on FM if you play at the lower levels, because he can be very good, and has made so far a very good start to his career as a Brentford player. Physically, absolutely brilliant, very powerful with 17 strength. He's obviously very tall at 6'1", pretty quick as well. Mentally could do a little bit of work maybe in like the leadership part, but I think bravery 17 stands out, so does work rate, determination is good. Technically as well, he's pretty solid in all the areas that he needs to be. He's just a good commanding centre-back to go with maybe Jansen's more kind of cultured ball-playing sort of feature. Do you know what I mean? I need to have a little bit of a mix-up, I think. I need to have one old-school defender and one that's going to be a little bit more ball-playing. I think he fits the bill perfectly. For a free, it's a steal. Backup goalkeeper to Freddie Woodman is an old channel favourite, Robbie McCrory, who you could argue actually in terms of attributes is probably better than Freddie Woodman. But obviously I just had to get him in because he was really cheap. I bought him for £850,000, not bad at all. He's a very good player, he can become very good as you can tell. He's only 23 years old, got grey hair, sort of. Why not? The next 4 are the kind of like marquee signings other than the loans, okay? And we'll start off with Roberto Piccoli, who I bought for a modest £3.5 million. He is the target man to replace Ivan Toney. Okay, pace-wise, not nowhere near as good. The rest of him physically, very good. Shoots with power plays with his back to goal, can hold it up, bring people into play. looks very solid in that respect. So we've got some decent mentors as well. The determination is something I really wanted to get in. Heading in 15 is good. Finishing in 13 is good. All the other technicals are terrible. He's only 20 years old. He will get better. Of that, I'm 100% sure. So keep an eye out for him. He hasn't made an appearance yet because he's been injured with sports hernia. But I feel he's going to be our second striker to Adam Eder. This one is great. Manuel Lanzini. Manuel Lanzini is mercurial. He's got fantastic attributes in some respects, and he's a player that can do a lot of good things. He brings Premier League experience, even though obviously he's not made that many appearances. Well, I say that. He's made 133. It's just over the amount of years you'd expect it to be more. He's always injured. Not so much for me at the moment. Tries killer balls often, though. Plays 1-2s, runs with the ball often. For a championship player, he should tear it up. He's got all the attributes to be absolutely scintillating. 28 years old. He also brings a little bit more experience to the team. I'm really excited to see how he's got on. He's not scored yet, but he's played at 7.18, got 2 assists. He's been very good so far. And this one I am happy with as well. Ben Brereton has come in. Okay, I couldn't quite afford Adam Armstrong, which is annoying because I would have got him. He's moved to Arsenal. This obviously his price has skyrocketed. But for Blackburn to let him go to me, I think, was actually a bit good because obviously they don't think he can play at that level, which is fine. I only really need him to help me get out of the Championship. The best thing about him is he can play anywhere along the front 4 positions. Finishing is obviously needs a bit of work, but he is a work in progress. He can become very, very good, as we all know. I'm excited to have him. He's a work in progress, but I think 5.75 million is pretty good value for him, really, in my mind. He also got 2 goals and 1 assist in the Carabao Cup, so he's in good form. But this, for me, is bargain of the window. Boubakary Soumare, who Leicester have bought in real life. That's it, top 4 team Leicester, or European titles, challengers Leicester. We've got him, and we bought him for £7 million from Lille. I can't quite believe it. Honestly, he's just so good. 6'2", built like an absolute brick. Yeah, you know what. Physically amazing, mentally amazing, technically amazing. He, along with Brandon Williams, are the players that I'm the most happy that I got in. I expect him to absolutely tear up this league. So when you look at the history, we brought in a hell of a load of money. If you add the Ethan Pinnock money to that £7.5 million, that's nearly £40 million we brought in and spent about £23 million. I think it's been a good window. There wasn't a lot I could do. I didn't want to let Tony go. I didn't want to let Raya go. I didn't want to let Canos go. I didn't want to let Lecao go. I didn't want to let a lot of these players go. I didn't want to let Pinnock go. Definitely not. But I felt that... Well, not even felt. I just thought, you know what? We have to be realistic here. And if teams were to come in for those players because we didn't get promoted, they would probably want to leave. And I think that's fair enough. I brought in players that I think are going to be more than capable of filling in for them. That's the best that I can do. So let's see how we get on. We're playing one of the teams that got relegated last year from the Premier League in the shape of Sheffield United. So far in the league, we've drawn with Derby. We never beat Derby. Drew with QPR, which is a bit disappointing. We should have absolutely battered them. But we did beat Middlesbrough 3-0 and we beat Portsmouth 3-2 in the last minute as well. So we've got a home game against Sheffield United. We have met them once before in the Carabao Cup and we won. Let's get straight into it. But before the season starts, you can tell now we are rated 3rd, so we're still not favourites to go up. That falls to Sheffield United and Bournemouth. They're the people that they expect to go up. Annoyingly, Adam Armstrong is around here, and if I could have bought him, I would have done. But Newcastle were saying no, and not for ridiculous money. It's very frustrating. So this is the way the team's lining up then. It's made a pretty decent start to the season, and I'm hoping that obviously we can get some of these... relationships to get a little bit better. So Woodman's in goal, Henry's at left back, and you've got Carter, Vickers and Janssen, who've not been brilliant together so far, but individually they've been very good. Williams is at right back, then you've got Sumer and De Silva in the middle, which I think is possibly the best midfield partnership in the league. Curtis Jones out on the left, then you've got Lanzini as the Triquiesta in the middle. Godos is making a move over to the right hand side. Actually no, let's bring on... No, I've got to keep Godos on because he's playing at 7.86. And Adam Eder is leading the line up front. The bench now is the most important thing. We've got Finn Stevens, who looks like a very good up-and-coming right back, and he's definitely going to get game time this year. McCrory, Tanganga, Campbell, Doyle, and Buemo and Brereton. We've got some absolutely brilliant squad depth. I'm feeling very confident this year. More confident than I was last year, let's put it that way. Once the team starts to gel together, I'm very excited about what we can achieve together. But they have got arguably one of the best players on Football Manager, which is Lys Mousset. For whatever reason, Football Manager, he always becomes amazing. And I don't know why. He probably will tonight, but let's see how we get on. No one's really expecting us to win, apart from me, because I've just told the boys I expect you to win. Let's see how we do. Of course, let me know what you think of my transfers down in the comment section. Try not to hammer me too much about the sales. There was not a lot I could do about it. When you don't achieve quite a lot, but you play really well in one season, you are going to expect people to come in for your best players, and I just couldn't stop that from happening. As Lanzini plays in Adam Eder, get used to that. Adam Ider's hit the post. He should have buried it. He should have buried that. It's a tight angle, but I'd expect him to finish it. But Lanzini and Eder, it's Premier League quality. We got the ball again here. I really don't want to lose any games at home this year. I want us to make sure that the community stayed. Least Misset's in on goal. Good save there by Freddie Woodman. Get it. Raya wouldn't have saved that. But not brilliant there. Least Misset just rolling our defender there at the back. Not brilliant. But Freddie Woodman playing at 7 so far, so he's obviously being tested a little bit, which isn't what I want to see. But they've given the ball away. De Silva hits it over the top. Adam Ider's got the pace for days. Eder in on goal. Eder. Ramsdale saved it. I'm not sure how he saved that. It's annoying, but the goalkeepers are both having a very, very good start to this game. Adam Eder is an absolute... He's giving them nightmares at the back. They've had one shot, Sheffield United. One shot. We've had 6 and still not scored yet. Don't let this be another year where the finishing is the problem. Godos has taken a knock, so Mbeumo's going to have to come on. Let's just not concede before half-time, please. Norwood on the ball. Don't let him... Yeah, good tackle there by Samer into De Silva. He hits it long. Not a good ball by De Silva. Carter Vickers heads it out. That's what I expected to do. Godos on the ball. Bit of quality, mate. Godos playing Eder. Ider's in. Adam Eder or Eder. Bang! There it is. He's been threatening to do it all day. Adam, I want to call him Adam Eder. Adam Eder scores. Get in. 1-0. This boy is going to take me to the Premier League. I'm telling you. Who needs Ivan Toney when you've got Adam Eder? So I'm happy with the way we played so far. We've absolutely dominated them. I'm going to go off attacking there. We're going to go to a more positive mentality. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that defensive line a little bit further back. So we're not going to stop playing the way that we are, but I'm going to try and make it a little bit more secure. Brian Mbeumo comes on. He needs game time because, can you believe it, he's been injured. It's so good now, though. It feels like I've got so much more attacking depth. Whereas last year, it was very much just like, oh, if I don't have Tony, I don't have anyone. And this one now, I've got Brereton, I've got Eder, I've got Jones that can play there. Lanzini could possibly play there. I've got a number of players that can play in that role, and Mbeumo can play there. Henry into Curtis Jones, back to Henry. Rico tees it. Lanzini, brilliant save by Ramsdale. How they've managed to keep him, I'm not quite sure, because he's definitely a Premier League quality goalkeeper. But Carter Vickers has picked the ball up. Lanzini, great first touch. De Silva into Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones in on goal, hits it. Ramsdale's keeping them in this game. He's literally keeping them in this game, and I have no idea how. Least Musset hits it miles wide. How is Ramsdale must be playing at an 8, surely. 7.2. There, thank you. That's much more like it. Thank you. I was going to say, if he's not playing anywhere near a 7.5, I'm going to be fuming. Curtis Jones is tired. He's going to have had a good game. Ben Brereton's going to come on in the inverted winger position. He's a bit different, is Brereton. He's going to probably take the ball more down on his feet and run at people than Curtis Jones is. Sumer on the ball, who's just dominated that midfield, as I hoped he would, has given the ball away like an idiot. But fortunately, we got it back. Or have we? McCarr goes in, chips it. First goal of the season, and he does that. I wonder if it's a game that I'm going to dominate, but not win. Oh, of course it is. I mean, I'm fed up of it this year. I'm genuinely fed up of it. What do I have to do? Honestly, what do I have to do to convert these games into wins? Come on, Mbeumo. Kinder into Adam Eder. He hits it. Get in, Adam Eder! Come on! Bloody gits. I tell you, honestly, they're so annoying when they do it. But Adam Eder is just, yes. And Mbeumo, beautiful. What a goal. Brandon Williams here. It's a lovely ball straight into Kinder. It's that first touch. Takes it away from the defender. Passes it through, great through ball. He could have squared it, but that's the form of a man in confidence, and he bangs it in. Well, that's the confidence of a man in form. He bangs it in. 2-1. We've absolutely thumped them here in terms of actual performance. We've absolutely battered them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one more change. De Silva's going to come off. On comes Alan Campbell. Ball-winning midfielder. Like I said, he goes on to that. Actually, I'm going to get them both on defend. No, actually, I'm going to get Sumer. Get him a little bit further forward. Sumer now goes on to support. Campbell's on the ball-winning midfielder. Defensive role. Shut this game down. Lanzini over a free kick. Whips it in. Ramsdale punches it clear. This is concerning as Mlakar just runs straight past. Don't do this. Mlakar is one of the best goals you'll ever see. What's this? What's Rico Emery doing? I don't get it. I don't get it, FM. I do not get it. It's just wrong on so many levels. I don't mind if it happens occasionally. It's every single game. I went positive. I moved the line back, and they're still. How can I be unhappy with the performance? We've gone against what is apparently a Premier League team and absolutely thumped them off the park. I'm fuming. I can't believe we've been robbed again by this bollocks. I'm sorry. That's what it is. Call it for what it is. It's bollocks. I mean, I've just realised we're playing Cardiff and Swansea back to back, but there's a 2-week break. I mean, you could have at least just let us stay in Wales for a week, you know, but obviously not. So what we'll do is we're going to come back, because we've seen Bournemouth enough. Let's come back after the transfer window in case I make another signing. Let's go for Huddersfield at home and then Cardiff away. Hopefully by then we'll actually have picked up some points from any of the game that I've dominated in terms of XG again. Well, I can say is thank you very much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, share, subscribe. There's going to be plenty more of this. Do you think we're going to get promoted this year? I think our squad is better this year than it was last, but let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching. Until I see you again for another episode, take care of yourselves, everyone. Stay cool. Bye. Bloody XG.